M0FXB, welcome to my channel. So you just got your Uniden SDS200, you've turned it on, it's loading everything up, and the first thing you're going to do if you're in the USA is put in your zip code. So press zip code here, choose USA. If you're in New York, 0001, enter. And it's going to process, it's going to load everything into here for the USA and New York. So hit system. And you can search through all these different systems. When you find one you like, you can go to department. And within those systems, there are departments. Like so. And then you can go channel, and within those departments there are channels. The other thing you can do is you can decide what you're actually going to scan and listen to. So you go push the squelch button, set scan selection, then go down to select list to monitor with the silver button here. At the moment we've just got the full database on, which is what we've just imported, and you'll find that this is, if it's not preloaded, if you connect this device to Sentinel by just plugging in, I'll show you now, Sentinel software, plug it in to the micro USB, like so. Come up with an E. This becomes like a giant SD card. Press E. If you did press serial port, which is the dot, or no, that's a no as well, it becomes a serial port connection, but we're using it E, so let's just do that again because there is a timeout. E, like so. Press enter, and when you do that, you become a big SD card, and when you go to the software, you'll be able to connect, read and write. But I'm going to take it out for now. I just thought I'd quickly show you that. So whenever you take the micro USB out of the device, it will then just reload the scan list that you've told it to monitor. And we put in, as you just saw, New York. So it's loading the New York database, which is great if you're in the USA because it's so easy. This device, if you're in the USA, it's literally plug and go. You turn it on, put in your zip code, it loads it up and just automatically starts to scan. And there you go, straight away it's scanning. And if I was in the USA, your squelch is here. Keep it at about 2 or 3. Obviously decent antenna. You want like a dual band ham radio antenna if you ask me, in the loft, or a disc cone antenna, or go and park somewhere high up on a hill or somewhere where you know it's busy. In the USA you have some nice busy cities. Volume here, look, volume, like so. This doubles up as a function button. So when you push functions, you can activate what's written on the buttons here. Now if you wanted to just type in your frequency, you would just press channel, like so. It sort of holds it. At the moment when it's unselected, it just scans. Channel holds it. You can type in a frequency and save it to favorite. So you go 431, remember the dot, 550, and then enter. And it will save it to what they call a quick frequency save list that you can select to scan. And we're going to go yes. It's going to tell me we've already got it. So yes with the enter. And I've already got it, so we've doubled it up. It's put it into that frequency list. And at this point, we can actually name it. We're not going to do that now. If we back out, what you'll also see, it's a very good way of just entering a frequency and listening. Keep going back with the squelch. Look, it's still there and you can listen to it. And if you want to change mode, press the function button here. Look, mode. Press mode. There is a timeout. You want to see mode and FM. Just keep your eye on that mode, FM, and I always leave it on auto mode. One more time. If you're quick, you can change auto, and if it picks up DMR or something else, it will work. That's just a quick way of doing that. So just the basics again are system. It's deselect the scanner thing. System.
I suppose they're not affected by the
that's obviously picking up something in my area. Oh, that's a quick save scan. So hit system again. And you can go through systems, departments in the middle. but and then the actual channels within those departments. So it's really good if you're in the USA. That's that. Now you can decide what this thing will boot up to, because if it boots up with everything, it's going to take a long time. So the back button is the squelch button, and it's also the menu. So go menu. At the top it says set scan selection. Push silver button. Then go down. I mean, there's so much more you can do, but this is the basics. Select list to monitor. Now the database is probably the main one. The main one that you want to listen to is the database if you're in the USA. But in the UK, we don't want to do that, so we turn it off. Then you can start. These are all my favorites. Now, favorites, you can import them and create them using the scanner, but it's a lot quicker to import them in the UK using Radio Reference UK. Then it's called a HPE file, and in the USA it's called radioreference.com, and there are other sites. So I've created a favorites. I've imported some files here. Let's say Bristol ham radio. So if I turn that on, look, by pushing the silver button, and then leave all the rest off, including the database and the quick save list, I can turn that off as well, but it is quite handy to have. Then back out. It's going to load up a lot quicker. You can also actually, within the ham radio, let's say that was the whole of the UK, you can customize that selection, but we're not going to do that in this one because this is basics. So it's going to load up quite quickly now because it's just Bristol ham radio. And it will start to scan automatically. By the way, you've got a headphone jack there. SD card goes here, which you can take out and put in the PC. So if we deselect the highlighted yellow, it will just start to scan. There you are.
I mean, Heather's my carer anyway.
And to help it along, just turn that a little touch. And it's scanning away, and it will stop when it finds something. And when you find something that you are interested in, you can press channel, and that holds it.
And she said to me the other day, I don't.
And if you want, you can add that to your favourites. You just go enter, add to favourite list. So turn one down with the silver. We go yes, E is here. I think you can press this as well. Yeah. And you can put it into a new favourites list or an existing one. Remember, favourites list is, let's put it in the Bristol one. A favourites list, oh, it can't save to that channel. Okay, that's fair enough. Go back with the squelch. Let's try that one. Yeah, it's added. So, okay. Then we'll go back. So you get the idea. When you're searching, if you deselect push the third button, the yellow line went, it goes back into scan. When you find something, you push enter to save. So to me, that's the basics of using this scanner. If you just got it and you're thinking, oh my God, this is too much. I just don't understand what I'm looking at. This should help you. Now, see the way we've got a lot of information here and here. We don't need to have all that information, although it's very handy when you're listening to DMR and things like that. Just go function menu, then press number 9, and it will change it. Oh, you have to hold it first. Function 9, and it will change it to what they call simple mode. Now, I've added all these crazy colors. So if you go to system, look, let's just hit system. Right, scanning, hold, system, and then you can scroll through, hopefully. I'm not really sure what. Oh, it's probably because there's nothing else in the system. That's what that is. System is the top line. 2 meters is the sort of subsystem, and then the third line is the actual channel. You can scroll through the channels. If you hold it, you can scroll through all the repeaters in that Bristol repeaters. I prefer it in push F9. I like detailed mode. I just think it's better. You can see everything that's going on. And if you want to go back and scan everything again, you just go menu, set scan selection, go down to, you can actually turn all the lists on and off here. So if we turn them all, no, if we turn them all on, it will take ages to load. But let's just go to set list to monitor, turn back on the full database and other things, and then back out. It's going to load the full database. But if we want to change that, let's say we're in a different part of Canada or the USA, we just press Zip Services, type in the code, enter, then hit the squelch button to back out, and you'll be in that part of the country. So the brilliant thing about a scanner like this is you can take it anywhere, you know, in the world if you're going to use favorites and import favorites, or if you're in USA, Canada, and possibly Australia, but definitely USA, Canada, I would say, you can do this and everything's there for you. And of course, the software works great as well. So thanks for watching my channel. It's a lot to learn. If you've never used a scanner ever, it's a lot to learn. But the main thing to remember is with scanners, you have, on the Uniden, you have your full database. Then within that, you have favorites. Within the favorites, you have your channels. And the way Uniden do it is you have the system, which is here at the top. Then you have the subsystem, which is the department. They call it the department. And then you have the subsystem, which is the channels. That's the thing to remember. So if you've got the whole database, it does all that for you. It sets all those systems for you in that category, in that sort of format. But if you bring in a favorites channel, yeah, then if you're bringing it in yourself and you haven't created that, then you do have to add the system, the subsystem, the channel. But bringing in favorites is very easy. It brings it in, you just go like so. Let's look at our favorites, manage favorites, and look, these are all my favorites. Let's go back to Bristol, and then look, you can start to add and change things there. Thanks for watching my channel. Hope this helps you just for starters. 7-3, all the best.